Hey everybody, OGG, Overt Go Green. How's it going? I'm good. I hope you are too. This week I got another deck tech for you, but I got 3 questions first. Want to get ready for Innistrad? How do you feel about vampires? Good? And do you like clerics? If you answered yes to all these questions, hoo boy, this deck's for you. I call it Black, Red, White Vampire Tribal. And I'll just go through the deck, bottom to top, and go over my choices here, right? So, one, before we even get started, if you like the content, hit that thumbs up button, hit subscribe, helps me out, makes me feel good. But so this deck is a Vampire Tribal deck. And I believe vampires will be featured in a Return to Innistrad, which drops in like a month-ish, 2 months-ish. But still, if you want to get ready for it, here's some of my ideas. Bloodchief's Thirst, good removal, right? Has vampire art on it, does not rotate. Heartless Act, this does rotate, but you can always put in 2 more Bloodchief's Thirst when it does, so not the end of the world. Another good piece of removal. Null Priest of Oblivion. So this is black 1 for a 2/1 Vampire Cleric, both relevant. It's Menace and Lifelink. Kicker, black 3. When it enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, return it. Just a way to get creatures back. A good 2/1 Menace, Lifelink creature. We got 4 Clerics of Life's Bond. Vampire Cleric. Again, Clerics are relevant because of this guy. He's a vampire, also relevant. We have 2 Fracture. So these are between Bloodchief's Thirst, Heartless Act, and Fracture. These are our 6 instant sorcery speed removal types. It's nice to play black-white because you get Artifact, Enchantment, and Planeswalker hate and instant speed, plus creature hate, plus creature hate. So it kind of works out pretty nice. Those are our 2 drops. At 3 drop, we got 2 Vito. This guy does rotate, but it's no big deal. Because you can replace the 2 Vito with 2 more Nighthawk Scavengers. Nighthawk Scavenger is a vampire rogue. While not a cleric, this guy is a house, and he's flying Death Touch Lifelink. Lifelink's relevant. He's a hard creature to deal with. He demands an answer. Just all around great creature. We have 4 Indulging Patrician. This guy does rotate. You can replace Indulging Patrician with any better vampire in Innistrad, and I am certain there will be better vampires than Indulging Patrician. But he's in there, he works, she works here for now. And then we have 4 Silver Quill Pledgemage, hybrid white-black, hybrid white-black 1 for a 3/1 Vampire Cleric with Magecraft. Whenever you cast one of your 6 instants or sorceries, you pick Flying or Lifelink, which is nice. Surprise blocker. Just works out really well. Right here, this is a new card from Forgotten Realms. By the way, love the skeleton token. This is Death Priest of Mircool, black 2 for a Tiefling Cleric. The only non-vampire in the deck, but it's a cleric. And it's a skeleton vampire and zombie lord. And at the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, could be your opponent's, could be one of yours, you pay 1. If you do, you make a 1/1 skeleton, which is really a 2/2. I think this card is fantastic and is a big part of the reason to run this deck. And again, get ready for Innistrad, where I think a multi-tribal deck might even be better. We have 2 Immersturm Predators. Immersturm Predator is red-black 2 for a Vampire Dragon. Once again, relevant. 3/3 flyer. Very hard to deal with. As it gets bigger, as you can sack stuff, you can eat your opponent's graveyard to make this thing huge. I think this is pretty relevant. It's also a dragon, which is cool, and it's a vampire. I got 2 Drana, the Last Bloodchief. I'm not sure how I feel about this card. I had 2 of them, so I put it in there. It's black 3. And it's a 4/4. If it does get to attack, your opponent has to choose a non-legendary creature card in your graveyard, return to the battlefield, and with a +1/+1 counter on it. You know, none of these are bad to get returned with a +1/+1 counter on them. Problem is, it's a 5-mana 4/4 that doesn't do anything when it comes into play. Same as this guy, Westgate Regent. Westgate Regent is new from Forgotten Realms. Black 3, flying ward, discard a card. When Westgate Regent deals combat damage to a player, put that many +1/+1 counters on it. Problem is, it's not when it deals combat damage, period. I do like the ward ability of making him lose a card to it. That's good. But I don't know. I don't know whose ability is actually better on the attack. Because she's getting him back even if she's getting him back whenever she just taps to attack. He does nothing if he gets chumped. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure about this. I didn't want to spend a rare wild card on Westgate, but I want to put one of them in the deck. And then we got 2 Zagras, Thief of Heartbeats. We don't really have a party deck here. We only have clerics and a few rogues. But flying Death Touch Haste, I love the 4/4 haste on this guy. And flying gives all of my other creatures Death Touch, which could be relevant. And if he ever hits a Planeswalker, he just straight up kills it. It's a great answer currently for Ugin. And maybe after rotation, whatever crazy Planeswalker is there. I'm counting on getting a Thorn eventually in Innistrad, so maybe even add him. So there are options here. Land-wise, we got 4 plains, 9 swamp, 2 mountains, 4 Bright Climb pathway, 2 Blight Step pathway, 1 Immerstrom Skull Cairn. This is just a way to eke out a little extra damage at the end of the game if you absolutely have to. And 2 Fury Charm Snarls. I usually don't have a problem with mana. That's 24 total lands. None of these lands rotate. Like I said, if you're getting ready for rotation and you're worried about this, if you're looking at this deck and you're like, oh no, Heartless Act is gone. Sub in 2 more Bloodchief's Thirst. Oh no, Vito's gone. Put in 2 more Nighthawk Scavenger. Oh no, Indulging Patrician's gone. Just put in anything better from Innistrad, right? And then you have a deck, right? None of this other stuff rotates. None of the lands rotate. And you can play around with Westgate Regent or Drana. I'm not sure which one's better. But let me know what you think in the comments about the deck, about the Drana Westgate Regent. Am I missing some vampires that you would put in? Would you cut the removal for more vampires? Let me know. Otherwise, this is OGG. Out!